The full clip is on my TikTok if you want to go check that out. I know, it's another platform, but I like that new medium. It's somewhere that I can just be completely 100% opinionated, and there's no LDE YouTube, there's no, update cycle that it has to follow. You can just kind of do whatever. I love that. So go follow there. I'll do more stuff like this. Just leave your ideas. Welcome back, everybody, to another Last Day on Earth challenge video. Yes, that is right, we're going back to the challenge videos. I find challenges fun, and let's be honest, LDU YouTube is pretty much dead, so let's do a challenge, why not? Anywho, this challenge right here was suggested by Myth. I don't know why y'all are so mean. Do 20 waves, I ended up doing 22-ish waves of the PD, and don't use any guns or any melee, you're just limited to explosives. Now, honestly, this challenge is somewhat easy. It turned out to be pretty easy, especially considering explosives includes a couple of things. But as you saw in my inventory, there's grenades, and there's the other thing which I'll end up using for like maybe 5 levels. It would be a very boring video if I just ran back and forth for like 100 times. I could do 99 waves, but I think that would be quite a boring video if I just did that the entire time. So, as you're seeing at the start of the video, that I'm really struggling to use these grenades. I usually never use grenades at the PD. I don't know. I know some people use it as like a full-on strat. I can't do that. I struggle so hard with grenades. So you're watching me sort of learn how to use it. Just like use it and then stand there. Yes, I take the brunt of the hits. Yes, my armor does not like that at all. But at the very least, I'm okay. At the very least, I'm hitting my grenades. I'm not just, letting the zombies survive, because that first wave was an absolute waste. I guess while we let that gameplay play in the background, I did not do the voiceover at the same time. I figured I might as well just do this while listening to music. So, yeah, that's why there's no actual, live commentary in that moment, because I just wanted to play some music. And, copyrighted music, so, thanks, YouTube. But anywho, I figured I might as well talk about another familiar topic that I'm sure I've gone over before, but I feel it worth reiterating, especially after that last video I posted, returning to Season 18. Now, let's start with some context. Season 18, I pretty much, after the start of the season, didn't touch it. Season 18 seemed like a rehash, and I didn't really feel like playing. But later on in the season, somebody told me that it was decent, and I should give it another try and just hear out the story. So, I ended up doing that, and wow, I must say, that story was very, very well done. It threw me for a lot of twists and turns, although the story really has no impact outside of LDUE. It's just like a one-off seasonal thing, but that's another story entirely. But the story that was created for Nick Santi, I really, really enjoyed that story for the acts 1, 2, and 3. Now, did LDUE YouTube enjoy it? No. Sounds like they got very, very bored very quick, and I tried my best to be at least somewhat entertaining. I found it fun to make, and I found it fun to explore and record my reactions, but I don't know, LDU YouTube probably didn't. At the very end of that video, something happened. Something all too familiar. There was some very, very good loot. As a result, I saw a bunch of comments that were judging this season based on loot. Yet again, we have that problem. I think originally with the deliveries, you can easily judge the season with loot that way, or I feel like a lot of people naturally judge the season in that way, and I don't know. I always disagree with judging a season based on its loot. I like to judge a season based on content-wise and content stuff. So naturally, that would mean that Last Day on Earth would go down a peg in terms of, nothing actually staying after the updates, but go up a peg in terms of a good season or storyline itself. The good loot, I think, judging it purely off of good loot is incredibly flawed. Think about it like this. You're watching a movie, right? And 95% of the movie is bad. And then during one scene, something happens and you're like, oh, that was pretty cool. Are you going to say that movie overall was good? No. Or think about it like if you're, a food analogy, I guess. If you're eating a pizza and 95% of that pizza tastes terrible and you just like one slice, are you going to say the pizza overall was good? No, not really. I don't think I'll be judging a season based on good loot, and I would encourage you not to, but ultimately that is your call. And then on that notion though, stuff that's left behind after the updates. I see a lot of people complaining about the frostborn updates. And, well, yes, the frostborn update is obviously without its flaws, but apparently there's supposed to be a button that allows you to queue into a solo zone, and people are teaming and being families, which is like clanmates there, and they're working to kill solo players. Essentially, that's really what it is. And so I get that the Frostborn season has its problems, but if you look at every single Frostborn season up until now, there's been a new class or a new pet or something permanent within the season. Something that stays, that's not just like a random set of armor. Yes, they have that random set of armor, like electric level armor, dragon armor, or something like that. I don't know. Somebody's gonna tell me the specifics in the comments or on my Discord. But they have that too, yes. But they have something permanent from every season that stays as a core part of the game. They have a new class. They have a new pet. Think of it like a new type of dog coming to LGE every single season. Now, I know they started season 1 with corgis, but since then it's been, what, a year, 6 months or something like that, and there has not been any new pets. I think that if they brought, like, you know, a new type of dog every single time, and these dogs have, like, abilities, kind of like, you know, the corgi has the ability to give you a coin, the true friend regular shepherd has the power to be true friend, and husky has something, I don't know, give it something. Kind of like the Frostborn pets have different specialties. The bear gives you this pet gives you more slots, this pet allows you to run faster in zones, this pet gives you more damage in PvP, etc., and so on and so forth. So the Frostborn permanent stuff stays in the game, and it ultimately affects the game. And I think that if LDV season started to do this, you would see a reduction in seasonal complaints. I mean, there's something that's staying after the season's over. Granted, the overall, like, event and stuff disappears, but there's something in there that alters the game in a way, so it's not just the same game as it was, like, 2 months ago or something like that. Those are just my really weird LDV thoughts. As always, if you have your own thoughts, fire them away at me in the comments, or especially challenges. I used to put down some, like, tough restrictions in terms of challenges and, like, what kind of challenge I was looking for. The qualifications generally for a challenge, if you want it to be featured easier, the criteria I generally look for is it a tough challenge, 1, but 2, would it make a good video? Obviously, clear 99 waves with the stick, or with the spear, or clear Bunker Bravo with the spear. Sure, I could do that, but it would be an incredibly boring video, and I think a lot of the people would fall asleep halfway through the video, and that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a very entertaining video, and something that everybody would be interested in hearing about. Anywho, that's going to do it for me for this video. If you have your own thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Challenges, let me know those down below. But now, I mean, as you saw in the start of the video, I'm kind of just doing whatever challenge. If you have a good challenge, fire it away. If you have any challenge, fire them away. I'll probably do it at this point. I need content.